Yes. So Sugar Reels is an amazing company and service. I would call it a service that is owned by Icing Images, and it allows you as a baker to offer an interactive AR experience for your clients. So basically, it's offered in for circle shapes right now. But say, for example, I would print this cookie, which has a cat on it, and then I would have a QR code that goes with it, like these. And when you click on the QR code with your phone, and when you click on the image on the screen, then it's going to play a video of, of something that you create on your cookie. So it creates a very interactive experience for your client. It's an amazing piece of technology that you can use for wedding messages, marketing tools, birthday and private celebrations. It's endless, all of the things that you can create. And then with a printed image on a cookie, create a very interactive experience for your client. So today I'm actually going to walk you through my whole process, but I'm going to walk you through several types of sugar reels that someone may ask you to make, and how you might use software like Kling AI to generate videos for them, how to use CapCut to edit those videos. And then I'm going to show you how to actually upload them to Sugar Reels for an order. So I'm going to kind of take you start to finish. I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I have an ADD brain, so sometimes I may go on to something else without fully explaining. So you just stop and ask lots of questions. And I may forget to cover something. So please, please, please ask questions in the chat. The other caveat is I've created some really cute videos that have really cute audio and music, and you won't be able to hear them. For some reason, with my sharing of screen, the audio is not coming through. So, but at the end, just so you know, I do have a freebie for you too. So I'll show you where that freebie is on my site, and then you'll actually be able to hear the cute dragon video when you download it. Okay? So yes,
one thing, you can use this. I'm sorry, you can use this for regular reels too. So even like creating stuff on social media, correct?
Absolutely. So anything I teach you, so basically we're working on video editing today, how to create images using AI, how to use AI to create videos. So anything I teach you today can be used anywhere for anything. So, but I am going to show you how to use it for Sugar Reels, because I had a lot of people reach out to me and say, hey, how do you use it for Sugar Reels? Because sometimes it's hard to get a video into a circle to put onto Sugar Reels. So I'm going to show you how to do that today too. And yes, Donna, I am using both. I'm going to use Frosted Flicks, which I will talk about on another day, and Sugar Reels for my son's wedding coming up in November. So basically what I'm finding when clients come to me and want videos on their cookies, they come in several ways. They either prepare a video for me, or they want me to animate their logo for them and create a video, or they say, Susie, I want you to create an AI animated vision of myself, avatar of myself, and animate it for me. So I'm going to talk to you about all of those. I know Chunky Chipmunk just asked that. How do I create AI videos? So I'm going to show you all of that today. What I'm going to start with actually, and I'm sharing my screen now, so Stacy, you can go to share screen. I'm going to go to CapCut, which is a wonderful program. So hopefully you can see it and you can see my project. So CapCut is a very easy, very easy video editing program that I use to edit any of my videos. I mean, you can see I have lots of videos here where I've created things and videos for social media, but I also use it to create my Sugar Reels. I don't use Canva, I use CapCut because it's really easy. So this was a project that I used. This is actually a client who reached out to me and said, hey, I am having Taste of Lake Forest. I want you to create a sugar reel for me for my company's video. And so what I did first was I actually imported his video here, and then I just clicked and dragged it to my timeline. So I'll show you how to do that on another video, but I wanted this pre-prepped. And I noticed in watching his video, he had 3 different shots that he did. He had this shot, he had a different shot, and then he had a third shot with his kids in it. And I'm like, okay, thanks, man. That's great. But if I wanted to put this into a sugar reel without editing it, I would have had some difficulty. Sugar reels perform on a circle cookie. When I'm working with videos, the tools that I use is I make sure that my video is highlighted. You can see it's highlighted here because I have a white band around it. And when I go over here to basic, there's this portion here that's called scaling. So I can either scale a video down to see more of it, or I can scale a video up in order to work with it. So I use scale a lot when I'm working with videos that clients provide for me. All right. And then the other tool that I use here is called mask. And this is mask right here. It's a tab that's next to the video section on this video menu. And when I add a mask, I can add all sorts of masks, but I'm going to add a circle one. And when I add a circle one, basically what I'm doing is I'm creating a circle around the part of the video that I want to play on my cookie. And as I told you, sugar reels only play on circles. Now, because he's super close in the image, I am going to have some black spots here on my video when I put it into sugar reels. And I showed that to my client and he was okay with it. But I said, hey, next time, move yourself a little bit back so I have more room to work with the video. Then,
Can I interrupt you for a second? Sorry.
uh,
You're using CapCut, correct? For those who
yes,
missed it. Yes. And
yes.
then on their phones, if somebody is videotaping it, there is actually a function for square, and that will help people center it.
For photos, but not necessarily for videos. So it won't do the one-to-one AR resolution for videos, but it will for photos. However, I
Oh,
tell
I
my
thought it worked for
client,
photos.
no, it doesn't do videos, just photos. So what I tell my
Mm.
clients is if they're going to record their own video, I said I need at least 2 feet of distance between you and the surrounding edges. Because you can see right here, I'm going to go to the next video so you can see it. You can see right here, he's a little bit further back. So if I add a circle or I add a mask here, this one is going to be better. I have less spots because he was farther back. See now here on this one, how I don't have, if I go back here, I don't have any edging around that one. So technically I can edit him now because he was farther back. This one was again more difficult because he had 3 people on it. And it was very difficult to add a mask here to him because when I added the mask, I wanted to make sure that no one got cut off. So I did my best to keep them all in the video as much as possible. And he also put text on it. So he made it really difficult for me. However, I was able to, with this mask and working with back to that basic mode, the scale, I was able to, with scale and with the image, I was able to work with those 2 features to get a video, and it doesn't have his voice here.
Thank you for coming to the
But to
Taste
get
of Lake
his
Forest.
video
If you enjoy our
that was as
food, we
close as
appreciate
I
your vote.
could to making it a circle
Enjoy
for
the
him.
event.
So
Thank you
when,
for coming to the Taste.
The
yeah.
video, we can hear it. We can hear it
Oh,
now.
yay! Good. So you can hear him. Yay. Okay, this is going to be good for the other stuff. It's not good for this one, but you can see that when a client, it's really important when a client provides you a video that you let him know or them know that scaling and working, creating that distance is going to be really important. So when a client provides me a video, the 2 tools that I use in CapCut is in the video, I make sure that my video is highlighted. I use basic and work on scaling here. And then the other thing I do is I add masks, and the mask I use is a circle. And then when I want to export this video, I export it, and I want to make sure that I do HEVC alpha when I export it. And I'm going to show you why. So when I export this video, it's done. I'm going to go to my desktop so you can see it. I have all these things open. Sorry, everybody. So when I go to his video here, you can see when I open it, because I exported it, it'll make, typically it allows it to be transparent. And I don't know why it didn't do it this time, but it didn't. So then this would be the video that I upload into, and it uploads it as a circle that I would upload into Sugar Reels. All right. So that's what I do when I'm working with a company that's given me a pre-recorded video for Sugar Reels. Now, there's other types of videos that you're going to get. You're going to have people who are going to want you to animate their logo, generate an animation of that logo, and then maybe have some product placement to go with it. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. My tools when I create AI type videos are two things. I use ChatGPT, and I also use this program called Kling AI. So those are all the different programs that I use. I'm going to go back to this one, and I'm going to pause real quick. So when I'm using ChatGPT, I take what the client gives me. So the client gave me, and this was actually, I did this for a friend of mine. The client gave me this logo, the Tasty Orange or the Tasty Garage logo. So basically what I said is make this logo a dynamic circle image, make sure the whole logo is visible and fits inside the image. All right. And this is what it created for me. It created this great, cute logo. The reason I did that is, like I said, Sugar Reels prints on circle cookies. So I wanted it in a circle. But I didn't like that black line around it. So I said, all right, eliminate the black outline on the circle. And it did that. It created this for me. All right. So now I have the image that I'm ready to use for my logo. I conferred with my client. The client says, yeah, that looks great. I love it. But I want to animate it on a video and I want to do some product photos. No problem. So basically what I did is I gave that logo back and I said, I want you to help me generate a prompt to animate this logo using Kling AI. I want a 1-to-1 ratio and the video needs to be 6 seconds. The logo needs to only fill up 70% of the space, so there's more white space around the logo. This prompt is important because it gives AI some really good information. When you're generating video in Kling AI or generating any animated video that you want to use for Sugar Reels, you want it to be in a square because squares are easier to turn into circles than the typical social media reels, which are 9:16. However, if I was creating this for social media, of course, I'd make the ratio 9:16. So one, I'm telling Kling that I want the duration to be 6 seconds. I want the aspect ratio to be 1-to-1. And the other part that's important is I want the logo to fit up only 70% of the space. And the reason that I say that is because I don't want it so large that it's not going to fit in the circle when I want to crop it and make it into a circle reel for Sugar Reels. So basically what it did is it created this beautiful prompt and it tells, and I tell you what, it creates all these wonderful things. It tells it slow cinematic camera push, the food items bounce, maintain crisp white shadows and vibrant colors, don't change the logo, don't modify the typography, bucket, food, colors, or anything. So it created this amazing prompt for me. So then what I did is I went to Kling AI and I uploaded the image and I copied and pasted that prompt here into Kling AI. All right. Something to know about Kling AI is there's some tools here, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so you can see the bottom. There you go. So here is the prompt that ChatGPT just gave me. Here is the image that I dragged in there and I uploaded. And then I have to tell it to do a few things. I'm going to make sure that it's Video 3.0 Omni. That's the default, so I've never had to change that. I've never had to change native audio, and I don't need it to be a multi-shot. But I do want these features here to change. I want it to be 720 or 1080p. By the way, I do have a subscription to Kling AI, so I do have this feature to do 1080. I want this video to be 6 to 8 seconds in length, and I want it to be the 1-to-1 ratio. So those are things that I select. It can be up to 15 seconds. Sugar Reels will do 30-second videos. So you could do 2 separate 15-second videos and stack them on top of each other. That's fine. Or you can do 8 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds. It doesn't matter. But these are the settings. I want to make sure it's the 1-to-1 ratio. I'm not going to generate the video for 98 coins because I've already generated it for you. And this is actually the video that it created for me. So I'm going to go here at the front. So this is how it animated it for me. Cute little 8-second video. Animated it for me, made it really cool. And that's something then that I can use as a product intro for doing some product shots for a customer. So let me go back to CapCut and show you what I did. So this is actually that video. I actually imported the logo animation, which we did. You can see it here, that's the logo animation that I added. So there it is there. I also loaded in some product shots. There's that product shot. Here's another product shot. Here's another one. And here's another one. Okay. And then I actually uploaded that last logo that I had created in ChatGPT. So I have all the things I need in order to create this customer's video. When I load this, I did actually go, I did a right click on it and I actually extracted the audio from that original video and I got rid of it because I didn't want to use that exact music. I wanted to put in my own. And then basically for these shots, I did create some animation on them. I did something called a keystroke where I selected on this image and I created here with uniform scale and position, I created some keystrokes, but that's going to be for another day. All right. We'll teach that on another day. But basically I put in all the product shots and in between each one, I went up here and I added transitions. So I like the transition black fade. So I just went and added a black fade. So I clicked in between each one and I hit the plus sign and it added a transition there. Between this video, I clicked the plus sign. It added a transition there. Black fade, I added a transition there. And again, before the final vintage. Then the last thing I did on this one is I selected it and I went up here to text and I actually did add some text to the video and I added it there. Again, I am going to do a CapCut in-depth video tutorial for my YouTube channel. We just don't have time for it here today, but I will do a tutorial and I will walk through step by step how I created this video for you on my YouTube channel, and I'll walk you through each process. We just didn't have time today for this because there's so many things I have to cover. So then I also went over here to audio and I selected some music and I added some music. I went back again, transform, I scaled it the way I wanted. I went to mask and I added a circle mask, and that's how I did this. So this is how this video turned out for the client. So I created that video for my client, okay? They do have free versions of CapCut and they have free versions of Kling AI. I see that. I do paid plans because I actually do a lot of work with video and I do a lot of work for things. So then I downloaded, exported this video. I make sure I exported it this way. I exported that video and then I can show it to you. We're going to go back here. There's Tasty Garage. And you can see the video that I recorded. And there it is. And I can upload that into, I'm not going to play the whole thing because you've already seen it. I can upload that into sugar reels, and it works great. So a lot of you were then asking, Susie, the third type of video that you do is how do you do those animated videos that people, you have characters in them, you animate a character and you have it talk. So I'm going to walk you through that right now. But before I do that, any quick questions? And Julie, I say, what did I download it as? When I go to download a video, I export it as HEVC alpha. It makes it a movie. You can do it anything. One of the reasons why I do that, and it's not doing it right now, but typically it will do it and it'll actually make it clear or transparent in the background. So I don't know why it's not doing it right now, but that's why I do it. But I make sure it's 1080p, bitrate recommended, and then I do HEVC alpha. But you could do this one too, and it makes it a movie. HVC alpha actually also makes it an MOV, so that's fine. It's 30 frames per second is another thing that you can do too. So that's how when I download it. All right. So let me go back to my next piece. So far I've kind of showed you how do you edit a client's video that they give you. Let me see, go back to ChatGPT. Let's see. When you download it, export, you can choose here MP4 or MOV. So you can do either one. So either one is a format that you can download, you can choose. So yes, you can do it as an MP4. Good question. So a lot of people ask me, hey, Susie, I want to do the cute little animation that you did of your AI character. So I'm going to kind of show you. Again, I always start with chat. Chat is my best friend, and I do subscribe to chat, and I have lots of things that I've done in chat. But right now we're doing this one. So this is, going down to my chat. This is a cute little dragon that I sell as an image in my shop. He's super cute and he's super dynamic and he's super friendly. So I thought, hey, I want to animate this character and I want to make him a sugar reel. To create images in ChatGPT, you can look at my YouTube channel. I actually have a YouTube video that I did a live for Icing Images. Icing Images also has it on their YouTube channel. I did a whole tutorial on how to create images using AI. And you can go there to learn about the different tools, the different sites that do different things to learn how to generate images into AI. If I had a picture of a dragon, I could drag it in here and prompt it to create an image of it, a character of it. But anyway, here's this cute little dragon that I created. The first thing I want to do is I want to create a circle image of this dragon. And the reason I want to do that is, again, I'm doing this for sugar reels, all right? So I said, create a circle image of this dragon, keeping it the same that has a birthday theme, because I wanted to create a birthday sugar reel for you all today. And this is the free thing you're going to get. So you're going to get this little guy. So if you go to my website right now and go to my freebies, you're going to find this little guy here. So this is what it created for me. It created this cute little dragon in the middle on the clouds, a cute little birthday cake, a wonderful little happy birthday sign. So it made this wonderful little image that I could actually print on a cookie that's going to generate an image for sugar reels. And then I said, I want to animate this dragon. I want to animate him in Kling AI. I always tell him to animate in Kling AI. I want you to write me a prompt to animate him. Maybe blow out candles on the cake. What do you think? And I said, I love the candle idea. I always ask ChatGPT what it thinks because ChatGPT always tells me that I'm brilliant. And that's the most amazing idea ever. So I do use ChatGPT for my own personal affirmations, just so you know. So it says, I love the candle idea. Since this is a birthday themed sugar reels, you can create a little story in only 5 to 6 seconds. The dragon should be the star, not the cake. So here's a prompt that it gave me. It gave me this beautiful prompt to use in Kling AI. And you'll notice right here, I can actually copy this whole prompt and I can immediately paste it into Kling AI. Okay, so let's go back to Kling AI. and go to that first prompt. So here it is. So this is the one that I did. Let me open it a little bit. Sorry, it's doing all sorts of funky things. All right, let me open my screen a little bit more so you can see it. All right, so this is the little guy. So again, I uploaded my image into and all you have to do is click and drag it, okay? So if I were starting this from scratch, I would open up a folder and just click and drag it. I copied and pasted that prompt that it just gave me. I wanted this to be a 10-second video. I wanted it a little bit longer. I wanted a 1-to-1 ratio, and then I generated it. And from that prompt, this is what I got. It's super cute dragon. Love it. Super cute. No voiceover, no nothing needed. It was perfect, and I absolutely loved it. Okay. Yes. Um, so that was great. And I thought it was fantastic. But then I thought, okay, I have this one. And I will tell you, when you're creating your own animated reels that you're asking AI to generate for you, the less words it uses, the less voiceover it uses, the easier it is, and the better your video is. However, sometimes you have to have it say something, okay? But sometimes the mouth doesn't match up with the text. So a lot of times for clients, I will just create animated reels with the topic that they're doing because I know for sure I'm going to get a quality animated video every time. However, I wanted to show you guys how you get it to do text. So, and then it also said, instead of ordinary air, have the dragon breathe sparkly pastel dragon magic. And I said, yeah, I like that. Recreate the prompt. So it did it. So it gave me a suggestion. It said, let's make it more magical. So when we made it more magical, this is what happened.
We're not getting the audio on that specific video.
Okay. Well, it's really cute. And he giggled and he blew out the candles and there was some music playing. So I'm sorry that didn't work. But hopefully the next one will, because the next one I start having it to do something for me. So hold on. So then I said, okay, that's great. Now I want it to say something. Okay, now I want it to talk. All right, so I want it to say, it's your birthday, ready to make a magical wish. I want it to say something. What should I have it say? So it tells me option 1. This is what it says. Option 2, option 3, option 4. And I said, this is my top pick. I said, okay, I like your top pick. I like the top pick too. Make a prompt for Clean AI. So I use ChatGPT like it's my assistant and I talk to it back and forth. All right. So it does a good job of making things for me. So this is exactly what I did. I had it create a prompt. I copied it and I went back over here. Can you hear that one at all? No? All right. So here's what it did.
No.
Okay.
Is the volume turned up on that little guy right next to him?
Yeah.
It's really cute anyway.
Super cute anyway. Anyway, it made this really cute video for me. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you using chat. I'm going to actually create a project and we're going to go through this step by step. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to show you what I do, maybe. There we go. To do this. So here's my little dragon. And I had 3 videos. So I had the dragon image and then I had 2 little videos. I'm actually going to import the video where the dragon is talking. All right. So this is the dragon that I have. I just clicked and dragged it into into CapCut. And I'm going to just drag that video to my toolbar. All right. And you can see, and hopefully if I play it here, you can hear it. Let's see.
Ready to make a magical birthday wish? Here comes the magic.
Could you hear that?
Yeah, we heard it.
Yay! Okay, see how cute it is? Anyway, so I'm keeping the audio, so I'm going to click on this and I am going to scale it a little bit. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to go to mask, add my circle mask, and I'm going to pull it out so I pretty much can see almost everything. So by making it a little bit smaller, you can see here that I can see every aspect of the dragon. I can see the happy birthday sign. I can see the animations, and everything is playing within that circle. So it's really, really easy to adjust it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call this birthday dragon, and I'm going to export it. All my settings are here, 1080p, HV alpha, movie. So I'm going to do this one for fun as an MP4 since someone asked for that, and I'm going to export it. All right, just so you know, it'll also create TikTok videos for you directly. You can actually use, so when you see this, you can see if I export it, it'll actually create TikTok
Ready to make a
videos for you
magical
here
birthday
and
wish?
YouTube videos for you, and you can actually
Here comes-
export directly into TikTok and export into YouTube, just so you know. But we've used that.
Is the
Yeah.
is the mask 3 inches?
The mask is not, but because I didn't measure it, but I'm going to show you right now what's going to happen. So we're going to go to Sugar Reels, and I'm going to go to my dashboard. Just so you know, these are all the various Sugar Reels that I've done. I've done a few. I'm going to click New Order. Okay. I'm going to type in my name, Susie Kemp. I'm going to type in my email. I'm going to call this birthday because these are birthday cookies. And I'm going to say the event is, just so you know, with Sugar Reels, this is the latest, the earliest I could say my event is. So I'm going to say it's next week. And I'm going to say I need 50 cookies. All right. So now I'm going to upload my images. So remember, when I upload my images, I'm going to upload my circle image, which is my dragon. And I'm going to upload my, not my tasty grudge, but I'm going to upload my birthday dragon. Oops, I didn't do that right. Sorry, I forgot it has to do it this way. I can't drag and drop. That's the thing I'll need to fix, just so you know. So I'm going to select my birthday dragon. There he is. Isn't he cute? So, and then I'm going to upload my video. So I'm going to go back here to my desktop. I'm going to go to birthday dragon, and I'm going to upload my sugar video. And there's my birthday dragon video. It's within 30 seconds. All right. So I have my image loaded, my two images, my picture and my video. I'm going to continue to my order. And this is the part where it makes it really easy to crop. So this is my image I want to use. In order to get it to go into the preview, I hit click. And because I've sized this pretty well, you can see there's a white border around it, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I've selected a 3-inch cookie here. That's the size that I'm doing, and I don't need to zoom it out or zoom it in. But if I wanted to, I could zoom it up or I could zoom it down. I can make it small, I can make it big. All right. I liked it at 30%, so I'm going to go back to 30. Oops, I didn't mean to do 100. So let me go back to 30. Sorry. There. So that's that piece. Now you can see, because I did my video in a circle and my mask is pretty good, it's a lot easier to align with this toolbar. It's a lot easier to align it to the outside of my cookie because I've made it that circle. And I'm going to go ahead and hit play. And you can see my image is perfectly circled there within that circle. So another reason why I always create my image, my videos in a circle in a mask is because I send that video to my client before I even upload it here to Sugar Reels. So my client has seen it, what it's going to look like on the round cookie before I put it into this program. So I have time to go back and edit it and work with my client a little bit before I upload it into this piece. So I know that it's going to work well. Your mask doesn't have to be 3 inches. It just needs to be a circle, and then you're going to adjust this to fit around your cookie so that it's matched here. Once I've read and understand, I'm going to save and download it. Oh, sorry, I need to go up here and check something, I think. Preview. Oh, there it is. And I'm going to save and download it, and it takes me to the next step. Okay? So I've downloaded it. It's saved. My next step is I have to upload a printed photo of my cookie, and I can do that. All right. So I'm going to go back to my Sugar Reels dashboard, and I'm just going to show you just different types. Maybe I will. Different types of cookies that I've done for clients. Okay. Just so you know, to generate a video like that for my client, it's going to cost. All right. When a client gives me their video and says, just upload it as is, that's what you do. Just so you know, the client who wanted the La Casita Olivera, the guy who wanted that thing for Taste of Canyon View or Taste of Lake Forest, he did not want me to edit his video. He did not want me to fix it. He did not want to pay for that. So this is how it looked. It didn't look fabulous. It was cut off on this side. It was cut off on that side. So he didn't want me to edit it for him. And that's how it looked. It had black edges on his videos when he got his video. And that's what he wanted. And that was fine because that's how he liked it. And that was okay. But if he wanted me to fix it and make it look really good, I would have charged him for that. Okay. So this was one that I did for Vivian. I don't know. Vivian, are you here? Can I show your grandson's thing? It was super cute. Vivian, if she wanted this for a grandson, but if she had done this for a client, basically what we did was this was the image of her grandson. And we actually, this is the printed cookie, so you can see how it looked. And this was the video. The video actually filled the whole screen. But if you were going to do this for a client, if you wanted to create the image for them, if you needed to create the animated video for them, this is the video that we did. It was super cute.
Can't hear it.
Can't?
Check the volume. Check the volume on it real quick.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah, it was
Okay.
full. Yeah, sorry. But anyway, just so you know, that was actually an image that the child did not record that video. The child did not say those things. We imported that photo into Kling AI, and we actually went to Kling AI and we prompted it to animate the boy only and to say something. So I'm going to show you that one so you can kind of see, because there was a lot of dialogue in that. So for this one, when I put it in, you can see right here, because this is important when you're doing dialogue. He had thank you to all my teachers for their love and patience, especially my number one teacher, Nanny. Thank you. When I'm asking Kling AI to do anything that is dialogue, you have to kind of give 3 dots in between that dialogue, or even separate it with a line like this where you actually put in returns. And when you do that, it's telling the AI, hey, you need to pause here. Hey, this is an important piece of dialogue. Hey, you need to know that. So it's basically prompting it to have that space. So then it kind of
That's
helps
pretty
you
incredible.
also. I know, isn't it great?
Sorry.
It also tells
Yeah.
you, I hope you could hear that one. You could hear it that time?
No, but I can see. I was watching his lips move
Little
and the
face, his
expressions
lips
on
move.
his face change.
Yeah. So by by formatting it like that in Kling AI, it breaks it down so that the lip syncing is going to be a little bit better for you and all of that. So then the lip syncing is going to work. It's not going to mess up on the wording. But just so you know, if it does, so for example, I did this one and you can't really see it, but I did one for my niece. It was Dolly, welcoming her to Dollywood. So on that one, instead of saying Dollywood, it said Dollywood. But I generated another video where at the ending it got the wood correctly. So then when I went into CapCut, I'm going to go back to CapCut real quick so you can see. Then when I went back into CapCut, I actually added, you can see right here, I added a video, I added another video, and I added it correctly here and cut and paste that part into the video. And then it said Dollywood correctly. So sometimes you may have to go back to CapCut and splice in or cut in or add another piece. So another tool, just so you know, that I use is Split here, a video split, and allows you to split video and audio so you can take parts out. So I could just delete this part and add a new part in. So it kind of allows you, because using AI to generate videos, it's not going to lip sync perfectly every time or say the right words every time. But if you get a few versions, you can bring it in here into CapCut and you can actually get it to say the things that you want. And for this one, I just sent it to her as a video. You can see this is a 9:16 ratio. This could be something that you use on social media. For example, and this is the social media piece. This was a video. I'm going to go back to Kling AI. This was a video. No, down here. This was a video that I actually asked it to animate all of these charts, which are images that I used on my shop. This is how I was advertising new images for Shark Week that I had in my shop. For this one, I put my images into ChatGPT and said, hey, I want to use these 4 sharks, put them underwater. I want it in a 9:16 ratio. I want them bubbles. I want waves. Animate this image for me. And then I actually brought it into to CapCut. And with CapCut, I added text and I kept the music. I took the music out because when I put it on Instagram, I use Instagram music. And I added some text here. So this is text that I added. This was another image that I added. And then I compiled the whole thing together to be a reel that I used for advertisement on Instagram. So the part that made it more Instagrammable was I used a 9:16 ratio instead of that square ratio that I use when making sugar reels. So, so those are just, this was, like I said, the one that I used for Dollywood. You could easily, just so you know, you could very easily turn this into a sugar reel if you wanted to print it on a cookie. I just use this part of and I'm going to change her basics here. You could just transform her a little bit here. And then let me remove the mask. Let me make her a little bit bigger and do a mask. So you could do a sugar reel circle for it, and you could just put her on the top part and use just some of her if you wanted. There she is. She's going to fit nicely. You could put that on a sugar reel if you wanted. So you can use portions of a video to turn it into a sugar reel if you need to. So let's see. Let me show you. Let me quick CapCut maybe. Let me show you. Like I said, those are a lot of the different videos that we've used. This one you have for free. If you're a Blue owner and you go to the Blue Owners group, you can use this one for free. This was one I did of a person where I just took them, and this was a photo of a person, and I animated him to dance for a birthday. So anyway, you can just animate things with just music and video. It doesn't have to have words. And I did all of that in Kling AI. I wrote what I wanted to do in ChatGPT. ChatGPT gave me some options. If I didn't like what ChatGPT was suggesting, I kind of said, nope, I don't like that. Make it like this. And it wrote a new one. I went to Kling AI. I generated it. Like I said, Kling AI will give you a few free generations, but if you want to create 15-second videos, it's more expensive. 5-second videos aren't as much. And F720 resolution, which would be just fine for a sugar reel, again, isn't as much. So, and they do give you free amounts. If you're a free person, you do get more if you do subscribe. So someone's asking if sugar reels will be ever offered in different shapes. That's a Deb question.
Yes, it will. And we have a couple other questions. I was kind of just letting you go. Sandy wanted to know how much you would charge the customer for the video and image. And that's going to
$1 million.
vary based on where you live and stuff too, and how much you do.
It depends on, so you almost have to decide a setup fee for the different things that you're doing based on your time, because this is just a time thing. So it just varies. If they wanted me to create that whole animation where they just gave me a picture of something, wanted me to generate an AI image. So for example, let me go back to sugar reels. This experience that I did here, this order right here, this is a fauna order. So this one was expensive. This is their logo, but I took her and I created her as an avatar and I animated her. And these were all the images of the cookies that I actually frosted for her event. So
Yeah, we can't hear her.
yeah, you can't hear her, but she's talking about her veterinary collective. So I had to generate her as an AI character. So I had to take her photo and create her as an AI GIF. Then I had to animate her, create a video with her. So for me, that took me a bit of time. So for something like that, if she wanted that, I charged her $100 for that. So it took me about an hour and 20 minutes to do it. And mind you, I had to generate the animated character. I had to create the whole video, write the script, all of that. So it took a lot. So that was expensive. But she was okay paying for that because she wanted that experience. And it actually turned out really, really good. And she was super, super happy with it. So it really depends on your client and what they're asking you to do. For a client that wants me to just upload their video without doing anything for it, I build that into the cost of doing a sugar reel and a cost of doing a cookie, because they're not having me do anything. They gave me a logo to work with. They gave me a video to work with. All I'm having to do is upload it. I built that into my cookie cost as part of my sugar reels cost. If he wanted me to edit his video in any way, then yes, I would say if you need me to edit your video, I'm going to add on a setup fee. And there's a setup fee for that, where all I'm doing is bringing it into CapCut and putting the circle around it so they can see how it looks after I've kind of enlarged it or I've added some things to it. If I'm going to be generating the video or animating the logo in any way, shape, or form, or doing any of the animated videos, like for example, doing transitions between the products, adding the products in, pretty much creating a marketing video for them, you're going to want to charge a lot more for that.
And what do you charge for just basic animation or edits, I should say?
So just for basic edits, typically I charge a $40 setup fee. Because for me, I'll be honest, and I'm putting this out in the public, I'm really good at this. It takes me maybe 15 minutes to do something like that. So don't tell people I said that. But anyway, it doesn't take me
Right.
long.
No, but that's. I mean, you're. They're not paying you just necessarily for the amount of time. They're paying for you for your expertise.
Expertise. And so my
Yeah,
expertise is worth for a setup fee of $40. So I charge them,
yeah, and
and
that's
that's just
reasonable.
taking, yes, and that's just taking their generated video. It does go up from there in order to do full animation, full all of those kinds of things. So it just depends. And you get a sense
Yeah,
of, and depends on the client, you know what I mean? So it
yeah,
depends on what the client wants and what they're using it for, because it depends on how much time I'm going to dedicate for it. If it's for a full fundraiser for the Alzheimer Foundation, I'm going to spend a lot of time and make sure every single detail is perfect. So I may charge a little bit more for that.
yeah. But I mean, for that too, you're also advertising yourself because you're showing
Correct.
their audience something very unique. And it's a little bit different. So, do you pass the token costs on to the customer because it can add up?
I
That's what
do.
Katie wanted to know. Okay.
I do. I do. So, because again, I also price it in a way that I know it's going to be reasonable. Because if I out ch- charge them all the upsell fees, they're not going to buy my product. So for
Right.
example, if I'm adding more charge fees, um, thank you. If I'm adding more charge fees to allow them to do all these animations and things, I might, instead of a 3-inch cookie, say, hey, I can do it for this cost, but you're going to get a 2-inch cookie. So then I look at adjusting the size of my product to keep it in the price point. Because to do a 2-inch cookie is going to cost me less to make than a 3.5-inch cookie or a 3-inch cookie. So sometimes when I'm trying to keep it in a certain price point for a client, I will adjust the size of the product so that, a 2.5-inch cookie or something that kind of takes down some of that cost and time.
Right. And that's very important that you do that because when you're selling something to somebody and they have a budget and you just throw the prices at them, it's for them to decide yes or no, pretty much. But if you find out what their budget is and you adjust, whether it's sizing, like you said, or maybe it's less time designing, what have you, that allows them to know that you're working towards what they need and fit within what they require you to do. It doesn't mean you discount yourself. It just means you get creative, like Dr. Susie just mentioned. And this is how you created the avatar for the event this week that we're on right
Yes,
now. Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So all I
Okay.
did was, like I said, I put it into ChatGPT. I told it to create this little animated guy. I gave it the image. It gave me my circle image. I said, hey, I want it to animate. It gave me some animation ideas, gave me all these prompts, which then I put into Clean AI, which is right here. And it created videos for me based on my prompts. I had 3 versions. I might show 3 versions to the client. The client could pick which version they want, and then kind of we go from there. So, and I was going to show
Okay.
people where, just so you know, this is my site, drsusiesweetsbyshopify.com. If you go to my freebies hub down here and you go to Icing Images Live freebies, today's freebie, hold on, these are my past lives. Let's see, new to old. Today's freebie is right here. Here he is, our little dragon. And I gave you all 3 videos that I did, as well as the image for you to upload and use. All you have to do is click on it, add it to your cart. Doesn't cost you anything, and you can get all 3 videos, and you can use them however you want. I know someone asked, who owns the video you create? I turn that video, I give them a copy of the video. Mind you, it's in a circle, but I give them a copy of the video and they can use it for whatever they want. They paid me a fee to create it. It's their product, but I do have a contract that says that I can use it for my advertising. So I allow myself to be able to use it for advertising and post on social media, but I give them the video. I keep it in my files, but I only use it for advertisement.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
So
yes, I do
Jesse, and
edit videos for other
um,
bakers. Yes, I do.
yeah,
You can stop,
Jesse, and do
Stacy. You
they
can put it
do they
back at
buy
me
the
if you want.
cookie? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was telling
Oh,
Stacy you could put
we're
it back
back.
on me because I'm not going to show anything else. Yeah,
Okay, sorry. I'm
sorry.
like on my phone trying to message because the laptop I'm on is very slow. So I apologize if I'm going up and down. It's just
So
so I can see
Jesse,
everything.
and I print the cookies for them. So, but I also do it for bakers. So if you need a video, so just so you know, on my site, I do sell pre-made sugar reels. So you could, some pre-made generic ones. I have birthday ones. I have anniversary ones. I'm constantly making more, but you can just buy those. You can use them commercially. You can sell them. You can sell them to clients, whatever. Once you buy it from me, you can use it however you want. The only thing I ask is that you don't say you created it. And if you do, I won't be mad at you, but I'd ask that you don't. I don't get mad at
Just
anybody.
out of respect. Out of
Out of
respect.
respect. Out of respect.
Yes.
But if you're struggling, I've had people reach out to me. Just so you know, the Tasty Garage, which you saw, I made that for another baker who's going to sell it to that client. So she reached out to me and said, hey, here are my pictures. Here's their logo. Can you make something for me? And we worked together a deal where she paid me to do that. And then I sent her some options, and she's going to use that with her client. She'll upload it to Sugar Reels. She'll sell it to her client. She'll do it. So I do consultation with others and create videos for other people. And it just depends on what you're asking for price point.
Yeah, she does everything, just so you know. Awesome. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that's in there. Yes, you can size down a video on the 3-inch cookie. We don't have a timeline on the shapes yet. We're just trying to get some other things under our belt first. But there'll probably be simple shapes as well for a little bit before we go into complex, like cookie cutter shapes for the sugar reels. Can do referrals. I don't ever claim to do. Okay, Jessie Ann. Excellent. Awesome. This was very good. I think we got all the questions. If we didn't, please post it again.
Yeah. And like I said, with social media, every single thing we just did, all you have to do is change the ratio from 1:1 to 9:16, and you can use it on social media, because that's the platform for Instagram. For YouTube, it's 16:9. It's just a different frame shape. But any of the stuff we just created, any of the techniques I just walked you through, you can use it to create any content that you want. I just took a video. Donald and I are working on a special project in September. He is actually coming to California to teach a class in California. Yes, I know. So all of you need to come to California and take a class from Donald in September 12th and 13th. But he made a video of himself. The background, we didn't like it. We just put it into AI and chat and created a new background for it. So you can use all sorts of things. And I use chat, I use CapCut, and I use Clean AI, those 3 tools to do that for us. So
that's awesome. Okay. Let's see. For Sugar Reels, do all Android users have to use the scan app? Yep, that is a Android thing. Just kind of the way it is, unfortunately.
Julie, you coming to California?
Who's coming? Wait,
Julie, she goes, wait, what? She was talking about coming in September. Yes, come to California.
Oh, yeah. Well, we don't know what it is.
Donald, tell me if I have permission to show them a picture.
It may be too soon. And it's okay if you don't. We'll just stay tuned, and it will be
Let me see what
something
Donald
that goes
says.
on the newsletters.
What does Donald say? Donald, can I show a picture? I know he's on here.
The best way to contact you to schedule a consultation is
through my email.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Which is on your site, drsusie.com.
Yes.
drsusiesweets.com.
Okay. Donald, here's the project. Can I show him the project, Donald? Yes?
He said yes.
Yes?
He said yes.
Here it is. Here it is. This is what we're going to make.
Oh, move it over a little bit. Towards you. There you go. Oh, not that much towards you. There you go.
There it is.
It's going to be on the website tomorrow. So is this an event?
This is a weekend retreat if you want it. We're doing a 6-hour class on a Saturday, and we're doing probably a 3-hour class on a Sunday. We're going to do cookies on Sunday. We haven't planned the cookies yet, but that is what's happening on Saturday. Donald and Frank are flying out, and it's going to be great. So
awesome.
We would love.
And this is something you're putting on? You're hosting?
Yes, it's in my
You're,
cabana, in my clubhouse, in my neighborhood. I don't have a place for anyone to stay because I have a two bed. Donald's staying with me. That's it. The bedroom's taken and the dog. But there are very local residence inns and very local cheap hotels right next to my house. And
to
there's
your
wonderful
cabana.
restaurants nearby. And yeah, I can't put sleeping bags in the cabana. I get in trouble for that. But it's a 2 day thing. People can come and stay in a local hotel and we can go to restaurants after. We would love to see people come out and join us. It would be so much fun.
I just want to come and play.
Great, come on out.
At the Copa, Julie says, at the Copa. All right, next
Yay.
week, let me go ahead and I'm going to read this because she just recently showed me, and I'm like, you have to come live. You all know Jennifer from Whisk Manager. She's the person who created that. We've gone live about on that a couple times. It's an amazing, amazing program. So she will be sharing how to search the landscape or how it's changing for bakers. So the search landscape means the search engines. Everything's changing with AI, like with ChatGPT and Claude. They're changing the way searches are done. So she said, discover what SEO, GEO, and AEO really mean. So this has to do with your social media marketing. And sorry, Donald or whoever stopped texting me. It was one of you guys. And then why it's changing, how customers find bakeries, and the simple steps you can take today to improve your online visibility. You'll learn how to modern search is changing. What SEO? That's repeated. So basically, you're learning about the new search engines that are out there and how it's going to change you, change how people find you. So it will affect your marketing, and to be a step ahead of it is huge because you'll be like one of the first to have it done rightly. Stop, you guys are being bad. There's, um, it's not good when I look at my phone and try to talk when things are popping up from everybody. But definitely, I hope you understand what I said. Basically, search engines are changing. Google is not like the best way to find things because it's using there's other types of search engines that are out there now. So things are changing. Be ahead of it. Join us next Tuesday with Jennifer of Whisk Manager, and it will be really awesome.